Hey there folks, how's it going? It's NotSoLivid, and welcome back to Season 3 of Pokemarch Madness. Today is a strange, sort of random bracket that I felt like making, because I was like, there's characters in Pokemon games. Wow. Bet you didn't know that. But there's characters in Pokemon games that I feel like were worthy of being in a bracket, but also didn't really fit in any of the brackets I had in mind. So this is just like a general sort of side character bracket for a bunch of characters who I feel are like notable or important-ish, some more than others. So it's gonna be a strange bracket. I don't know what logic I'm going to follow. And as always, before we get started, friends of the channel, Reese and Josh, doing these as well. Go check them out, links in the description. And with that being said, let's jump into this nightmare of a bracket and try and figure out what the heck I'm gonna do. First matchup is Ball Guy versus Marley. Ball Guy is the Sword and Shield mascot Pokeball man who I put in here because I felt like it. Marley, I have actually no idea who you are, which probably means you are one of the random people in Sinnoh that you come across and get to like pair up with and fight through an area with, which apparently there's like a lot of them. There were like 5 or 6 of them, and they're all in here because I was like, you're a side character. Here you go. She's not one I remember, so let's look let's look her up and see where she shows up and if I'm even right to begin with. Okay, yeah, she's one of like the random companion people. Apparently she has an Arcanine. She shows up in Victory Road, but only after you've already become the champion. She appears to be fond of Shaman and wants to inspect the stone tablet at the end of Route 224 in hopes of meeting it. Is she like only for like the Shaman event? Because I never did that. I don't know. I'm picking Ball Guy because Ball Guy is kind of cool. And I like that he's a thing. Next up, Mira versus Anabel. Mira is probably another one of the 5 trainers, if I had to guess. Yep, she's the one who shows up in Wayward Cave. Okay, I remember. Oh, she's the one with the Kadabra. I remember her. Not that she's got a chance against Anabel, but I remember her now. So here's the thing. I consider these sort of random 5 trainers that join up with you to be excellent sources of experience, and that's about it. That's about all I consider them. So I just use them to grind levels. And the Kadabra was certainly very helpful in grinding levels because it's a Kadabra, it's a sweeper. Okay, half its moveset is useless, but it has Shockwave and Confusion, which are both good. Ooh. I just read something, and I didn't remember this, but now I kind of remember this. She talks in the third person? So Anabel is interesting. Anabel is an individual who has a lot of sort of stuff going on. So she was a Frontier Brain. Then she became an Interpol agent with Looker. She's Looker's partner, which is cool. So she showed up more. And I think I like how she looks. I like her design. So Anabel's gonna win. And she may keep winning. Next up, AZ versus Aaruuuuuune. AZ is Gen 6, so I don't really know much about him. Apparently he was like the king of Kalos or something, and like his Flabebe died? I don't know. I don't fully understand. He's like an extremely tall man, and he doesn't like talk or anything, I'm pretty sure. He's weird, but he's gonna beat Aaruuuuuune, who is somebody added in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, and he's like the underground person. No, not underground. Underground's Gen 4. He's the secret base person. He's secret base man. I don't really care about him. I'm gonna pick AZ, even though I don't really know much about him. Like I said, there's a few in here who I'm just like, well, you're technically an important side character. I don't really know a lot about you, but you're an important side character. I understand. Riley and Licia. I like them both. Riley's cool, and he's what I consider to be main companion sort of character from Sinnoh. Riley and Cheryl are the 2 that I specifically remember. Riley has a Lucario, and at the end of his, he gives you an egg that hatches into a Riolu, which is sick. He was the one I mainly used for grinding levels because Cheryl had a freaking Chansey. You can't really grind levels with a Chansey. And also he's technically like affiliated because there's like a whole Pokemon movie like about him and Lucario. I don't know if it's like actually him, but there's a movie involving individual who looks literally exactly like him. I don't remember if it's the same name, but it's same thing. Same hat, same outfit as a Lucario. Licia, like Aaruuuuuuune, I hate saying his name so much. It's so awkward to say. Licia was added in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. She's contest person. I like her design. I like the hair. I know that you can like fight. No, not fight. You can compete against her in like Master Rank contests, and if you beat her, she gives you something. I don't remember what she gives you. Probably gives you like a cool decoration or something. I don't know. But that is certainly no Riolu egg. Riley wins. Next up, Scott versus Lily. It honestly is almost unfair that Lily's in here. Technically, I guess is a side character because she's not a rival. She's more of a companion character than anything. But she's like extremely important to the main plot line of Gen 7. And I think she's like a really good character as well. Scott's just sort of a dude who shows up and talks to you a lot in Pokemon Emerald. He's just a vacation man. I don't really care about him because once again, I don't really care much about Battle Frontier. Lily wins. That was easy. Buck versus Looker. Buck, I do remember, he's another one of the Gen 4 companion trainers. No clue what Pokemon he has, but I remember he's the one you go with when you go find Heatran. Buck, what the heck is your Pokemon? Not that it's gonna matter, because Looker's gonna win. Because it's Looker, dude. He's got a Claydol. That's not even... I don't care about your stupid Claydol. Looker wins. He and Anabel show up a bunch, mostly post-game, but in a bunch of different games. I'm pretty sure they both show up in Gen 7. They're obviously in Gen 4. They show up in Gen 3, I'm pretty sure, in Delta episode. But they're just cool, both of them. They're just cool characters. And I like that they just sort of exist, doing their own side thing. And Looker does all sorts of wacky stuff. He like disguises as your mom in one of the games, which is like, what are you doing, you weirdo? Stop pretending you're my mom. He's just a wild dude. I love him. Cheryl versus Eusine. Eusine is such a cool character, and I'm so sad that he hasn't shown up in anything outside of Gen 2. He's such a cool character. Maybe it's my bias from so much Pokemon Crystal, but he's so cool. I think he's just so cool, and his theme is amazing. His whole thing is he's obsessed with Suicune, and he's chasing after Suicune, trying to find Suicune. Cheryl, let's be real, you're just Eterna Forest lady with a Chansey who keeps me alive. That's all you do. You're a nice lady, I like all the green, but you're no Eusine. Bars! Bars! This is gonna be a brutal next round. This next round's gonna suck. Oh man, it's gonna be so rough. Benga versus Zinnia is such an easy Zinnia. Benga is someone you may not even be aware of. He's Alder's son, and he's part of Black City and White Forest. It used like online and the sea gear, so I never did any of that. You see him like a few times, and he talks about White Forest or Black City, so I personally have not seen much of Benga, besides knowing that he exists. Zinnia, however, I think is an amazing character. I think the whole Delta episode in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire was just a very cool thing. Usually the post-game in Pokemon isn't like really much of a story. It's just sort of extra areas to explore. Some additional legendaries, maybe Pokemon from different regions, and then like Battle Frontier-esque sort of stuff to do. Delta episode was just cool. This is very cool. She's like a lore master, I think is her title. And then like the whole Rayquaza thing, and then you go into space and you fight Deoxys. It's wild, man. And she's a very interesting character, I think. Definitely a favorite character of mine. And once again, amazing theme. Oh boy, now it gets tough. Now it gets a bit tough. Not right away. This side is nasty. This is a nasty half of the bracket. It's so brutal. This is like the easy side. Ball Guy versus Anabel. Annabelle's gonna win. The Interpol thing is just super cool. And Ball Guy just exists as a mascot. And I haven't played Gen 8. I like really love her design. Her hair's so cool. And the suit's pretty nice too. AZ versus Riley. Once again, I haven't played Gen 6. Maybe he's an important character. I don't know. Like, does he show up more than just like at the end? Probably. Maybe. You don't give me a Riolu. I'm picking Riley. And now things get so bad. So bad. Looker versus Lily. I don't know which one of these matchups is even harder, honestly. Dude, I love all 4 of them. They're all such good characters. Listen, I love Lily as a character, but I think I'm gonna pick Looker. I just think Looker's just an interesting character. And then Eusine versus Zinnia, who are sort of similar-ish in some ways. Like, they both battle you sort of for the right to battle against the Pokemon thereafter. Like, Eusine battles you in Cianwood when you see Suicune and Suicune runs off and he's like, you saw Suicune again? Because his whole thing is he's constantly chasing Suicune and he's always like barely missing Suicune and you're always finding Suicune. And then at Cianwood, when after Suicune runs away, he's like, this is it. This is the time. I'm gonna battle you to, I don't know, like earn Suicune's like honor or something. It's like an honor battle. And then you just trounce him. He's got like, I don't remember what his team was. He's got like 3 Pokemon. One of them's, I think, a Sneasel. No. Maybe? I don't know. Let's look up his team, because you do battle Zinnia as well, so we can at least compare their teams. I'm pretty sure Zinnia's team is gonna be way cooler because she's a freaking dragon lore keeper, lore master person. Yeah, Drowsy, Haunter, Electrode. Kind of a lame team, not gonna lie, dude. Not the coolest team. You're a cool individual, your team's kinda whatever. Zinnia is probably gonna have a super sick team. Oh, that's right, she's got her Whismur. I forgot about Aster. Oh, there's a few battles. I think you fight her once and then you fight her right before Rayquaza. And her team's just sick, right? She's freaking Lorekeeper Zinnia. Goodra, Tyrantrum, Altaria, Noivern, Salamence. It's just a stacked lineup, dude. And I think Zinnia is just such an interesting character. I'm gonna pick Zinnia. Here we are, Final 4. Anabel versus Riley. I'm gonna check what Anabel's got going on. Yeah, Gen 3, she's Frontier Brain. Alakazam, Entei, Snorlax. And then her gold symbol battle is Raikou, Latios, Snorlax. Holy cow, dude. And then you do fight her in Gen 7. What a team, dude. What a team. It feels almost unfair. And then Battle Tree, she's got like a lot of Pokemon that she can use. And they're all cool. Oh, snap. She's actually Looker's superior, which I did not realize. I guess I could have guessed because he plays sort of a goofy role in a lot of ways, but holy cow, what a team. Alakazam, Weavile, Mismagius, Salamence, Snorlax. That's nutty. I don't think she necessarily like gives you anything, like for instance a Riolu egg, but she has like an actual like storyline. Like she's part of the Ultra Beast task force, and she's also just cool. I'm gonna pick Anabel over Riley. I like Anabel. And then between Looker and Zinnia, Zinnia is just such a cool character. She's just such a cool character. Which brings us to our finals. And I think what this comes down to, they both have pretty big side stories going on. But I think I like Zinnia's more. I think the Delta episode is just so cool. And with like a very cool and interesting character at sort of the head of it, Zinnia wins. She's my favorite side character. Anabel close second. But yeah, there we have it. Weird, random side character bracket that doesn't have all the side characters because I didn't want to make it like have 100 people in it. If you would like to fill out a bracket for yourself, feel free, link in the description. As well, check out Josh and Reese, who are doing these brackets just like me. Thank you for watching, and I will see you with the next bracket.